Hey, Shalom. I'd like to first start off giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. I would like to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, the men that taught us this truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And I would like to say peace and blessings to all the elect that scattered throughout the four corners of the world, of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. This video is going to be over prophecy that's in the scriptures dealing with how Babylon the Great, which is America according to the Bible, also the daughter of Babylon, and other code names in the scriptures that tell you that America is either Babylon the Great or one of these different code names. Now, what sparked me to do this lesson or this video was I was actually at work and I got wind that some employees, some new hires had got hired directly on to the company that I work at. I work in the oil and gas, basically oil and gas industry. And they got hired straight on to the company. Now, the process of how you get hired on at this particular job, you have to be a temp first. Or you're a temp. It's called temp to hire. I'm sure a lot of you brothers out there, you're familiar with that. So you come in as a temporary worker, and if they like you, your performance, so to speak, then they hire you on as a full-time, well, not a full-time, they hire you directly on to the company. So there was a group of employees that they got hired directly on to the company, and reason being, these group of people, they were laid off from the company Hewlett and Packard, the HP, you know. So HP, you see HP computers, and I believe they have different, they deal with in electronics, okay? So that's what had raised my attention to do this lesson. I said I need to go ahead and do a lesson, not just on that particular company, but layoffs are still going on, okay? Layoffs are still happening, and it's been happening since 2008. Now, in 2008, that was basically the end of 2008. That was when I woke up, when I came into the truth, so to speak, when the Most High woke me up to the truth. The end of 2008 going into 2009. And I was actually laid off. I was laid off in 2009 from a big company, so-called big company here in Babylon the Great. Okay? 5 years down the line, no, let me see, about 6-7 years down the line, I underwent another layoff from another big, so-called big company, down here in Houston, Texas, okay? So what's going on? What's going on with this country, this so-called country that we live in? Is now 8 years into the future since we had that clown Barack Obama, which he made all these promises on how he was going, for lack of better words, he was saying the same thing that Donald Trump is saying. He was going to make America great. He wasn't saying again, but he was basically promising, to cut down the unemployment rate, to bring jobs to the country, bring more jobs, etc., etc. You know what I'm saying? Healthcare, to make healthcare benefits more affordable, or make healthcare more affordable, and the list goes on. You know what I'm saying? Now, we got this guy, Donald Trump, which is doing a very great job on stirring up a lot of conflict and bringing America down, man, as he is told to do, because he is nothing but a puppet. You know, he could very well, we believe, he could very well be the so-called president or the president that the Most High uses, you know, because he's not in control, to get the Third World War kicked off. Okay? He could very well be the man for the job. We believe so, through the Spirit. He said he was making America great again, or he was going to make America great again. What's going on with the layoffs? You know? Now, I got some articles that I'm going to get into, and then, of course, I'm going to get into the scriptures. So without further ado, let's get into these articles. I'll pull these up on the internet. The first one being the account that I spoke on. It was a group of employees that got hired directly onto the company that I work at because they were laid off from Hewlett Packard Enterprise. Okay? And however it worked out, their company worked out a deal with the company that I work at, to hire them directly on as a result of them being laid off from Hewlett and Packard or Packard. Okay, and the same situation happened to me when I got laid off back in 2009 from a company called basically Slumberger. They had bought out a company called Smith International. So Slumber J, as you know it, a Slumberger, they bought them out. And they gave us the option that we can go work. We got to take a big pay cut, and we can go work at a different company called Dino Drill. And we didn't have to go through as a temp agent. We can go straight on or be hired directly on to the company, okay? So let's go into this article. This is on CNBC. This is on the internet, of course. It says Hewlett Packard Enterprise said to be slashing 10% of its staff. Now this is at the end. This was at the end, the last quarter of last year, the end of last year, 2017. It says this was published at 7:09 p.m. Thursday, September 21st, 2017. And then it says updated 6:30 p.m. Friday, the 22nd, 2017. So let's go ahead and get into this. Hewlett Packard Enterprise is planning to axe 5,000 workers. That already happened. So they were planning this at the end of 2017. Now it has been fulfilled. Okay? It has been fulfilled. It's happened. I was speaking to a lady at my job that was affected by this because she was basically crying out about, her financial situation, and she was telling this to just the people that work there. It's women that work there, it's men that work mainly men, but they let women do what's supposed to be a manly job. Okay. She said that they came to work and the gates was locked. They was going to clock in for work and they couldn't even get in to work. So the way that Esau is even laying people off is in cruel manners, man. They couldn't even get into the gate. And I guess the security guard directed them to HR or however it worked out. She basically said they just showed up to work and they couldn't even get into the facility. And, that was about all I heard of that from that particular person. So reading on, it says, or about 10% of its staff by the end of this year, which was last year, 2017. It says, according to Bloomberg report, Hewlett Packard Enterprise was not immediately available to comment on the report. Okay, and I got more articles. I'm not gonna get all into this article. I'm just gonna brief on these articles. So layoffs are still happening 8 years into the future after Barack Obama. Golly. Salachya, give me 1 second. My sinuses. My sinuses is kicking my butt, man. All right. Allergies and sinuses. Okay, so like I was saying, I'm just gonna brief through these articles real quick, and go into how layoffs are still going on in the year of 2018, and they're gonna continue to go on and get worse, according to the prophecy. Okay, so I'm gonna get those scriptures after I bring out a few more of these articles. I don't want to make this video too long. So here's another one. This is from the New York Times. It says Kimberly Clark cutting 5,000 jobs amid pressure on prices. Amid pressure on prices. Okay, so if you don't know who Kimberly and Clark is, Kimberly and Clark is responsible. Well, down here it says in the right under this image, it says Huggies diapers, one of Kimberly Clark's best known brands, at a plant in Paris, Texas. The company cited lower United States birth rates as one of the reasons for its cuts. Okay, so let me go ahead and read. Let's see the full article. It says Kimberly Clark, the maker of Huggies and Kleenex, is laying off about 13% of its workforce and shedding factories worldwide, meaning they're going to shut down factories, manufacturing factories. It says, amid declining birth rates that are affecting diaper sales and a retail price war that is weighing on profits. And that makes sense. It makes sense that people do not want to have babies and that are protecting themselves, and there are men pulling out because they know if they bring another baby into this world, it's going to cause them to have to their cost of living to go up. Meaning they're going to have to pay for daycare. They're going to have to buy diapers. They're going to have to buy, with most of the people here in Babylon, they use formula. They're going to have to pay the expense to bring a child into this, or to take care of a kid or a child or a son or a daughter. Okay, so that makes sense. People are not, the birth rates is declining as from pertaining to this article that I'm reading. I hadn't really looked into that in particular, but it makes sense. The woman now, because of the cost of living going up, and the value of the dollar going down has caused, and it's going back, many years ago, the 70s, the 80s, the 60s, 70s, the 80s, to where we at now, and even at times before that. But now the woman has to get out and go to work to help bring home income in the household, because a man's income alone is not enough to take care of the family. Okay, so that means if the man is working and the woman is required to work, that means you're gonna have to put your kid in some type of, pay somebody to take care of your kid, your child. Okay, and that means that's gonna cost money. So that means that people are not having babies like they used to. And this is why basically the Kimberly Clark, the company, says having to lay people off because people are not buying diapers as they used to, you know, on a worldwide scale, or at least here in America. Okay, so I'll read a little bit more of this article. It says the company said Tuesday that it will cut between 5,000 and 5,500 jobs in an effort to reduce expenses. It faced stiffer competition for consumer staples like tissue, paper towels, and wet wipes. To help pay for the cuts and other. All right, that's pretty much it on that. So what's going on? Why is layoffs happening right now? I believe, no, I thought Donald Trump said that he was going to make America great again. Why is this job loss going on? Because it's prophesied in the Bible. Okay? It's prophesied that Babylon the Great is going to fall morally. There's no moral fabric to this place. There is no job security in this place. Okay? There's no economic stability. People are afraid for their livelihood. The infrastructure is depleted. Okay? There's no basically America is zapped. The people don't know which way to go. Still, it's still amazing that you people here in America still can party and bullshit, especially you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And America is dwindling down the drain. Benefits are being slashed, government entitlement, so to speak. Let's get into. I'm gonna bring this out, go into some of these real quick. And really what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna read the headers. Now I'm gonna go into them briefly so I can get into these scriptures. Let's see. All right, so this is New York Post. This is a New York Post, and the title is it is giving you a list of companies that are laying off employees. So it says layoffs. CNN plans to lay off some digital workers. Let's see what they're talking about real quick. All right, CNN is expected to eliminate fewer than 50 positions. Okay, that's small numbers. As part of a retrenchment among some of its digital properties, the latest media outlet to temper its outlook for growth in Medium. We've been transparent about our strategy in order to innovate, grow, and experiment. We've added more than 200 jobs in the past 18 months. All right, enough of that. So that's, That's something minor right there. And all these is pretty much small compared to what's coming down the pike. Okay? So I'm not going to read, I'm just going to read these titles. It says, Ackman's hedge fund lays off staff, including his driver. You can go in and look into that. This one says, Bonner, or Bonnet. I don't know if it's Bonnet or Bonner. It says slashes magazine staff as 5 titles go all digital. That's another thing too. Retail is suffering. The actual department stores and the stores that sell goods and services, because you can now get on. Everybody is shopping online. You can now get online. It's more convenient to you stupid people here in America, just to get online and order offline versus get your lazy, sorry ass up. And I'm just saying it this way because this really is the state of the people here in Babylon the Great, especially you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay? You're lazy. You just want to sit around. If you have a job, you go to work and then you get off work and you're a deadbeat. Lay around, watch TV, all the madness that you people get into. All right, but it's more convenient, and you can be lazy by just ordering offline. Now it is, and I will say this too, it is better to order offline because the prices are cheaper, and the prices are cheaper. Pretty much, you can get better discount. That's really the only reason, because you get better prices online. Now you could be facing you're not receiving the package or not getting the quality of merchandise that you thought you was gonna get, even though the website told you that it was quality. But nevertheless, people are shopping and buying online. I shop online myself at times, so it is better because the prices are cheaper. Okay, but the fact still stands that the American people are lazy, and they would rather just sit outside the prices being cheaper. They would rather just sit on their ass on their smart device and shop online. So continuing on, it says 145 face axe at Rodale. I like the way that sounds. Because we get excited about these things, the average people that are actually paying attention and witnessing what's going on in America, they're frightened by this, they're afraid of it. We're embracing this, because we have faith in our Lord, our Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Okay, we have faith in our Lord Yahweh. Why Yahushai? That He's gonna take care of us in this time if we stay faithful to His word. Okay, I gotta read a little bit of this one because it used the word axe. It's cutting. Here in the Babylon the Great, jobs are getting cut and you're getting axed from jobs, okay? It happened to me, and it's going to continue to happen. It's going to happen again on a greater scale. I'll just read the first part of this. It says there will be 145 people laid off at Rodale, the Emmaus, PA, publishers of Men's Health, Women's Health, Runner's World, and other titles recently acquired by Hearst. Okay, so enough on that. Let's go down the list a little bit more. It says GoPro slashing jobs after Hero 6 camera flops. Let's read AT&T boss right here. It says AT&T boss touts big employee bonuses and amid job cuts. Okay. AT&T lays off DirecTV workers despite pledge to create jobs. Something to laugh about, you know. Now with that, that's pretty much it on these articles, and I'm sure it's more information out there. Amazon. Oh yeah, Amazon. I believe I got that pulled up. Okay, I didn't. I had it pulled up, but anyway, let's get back to the image I had up. Okay, so that's what's going on, man. America is continuing to fall or to go down, and this is one of the major ways. Okay, by jobs being cut. I'm gonna hit the scriptures real quick, and Lord willing, I'm gonna close this thing out. Cause really, the spirit is on me to keep going, but I gotta get to work. So this is Ecclesiastes chapter 12, and I'm gonna get straight to the point. Verse 3, it says, "In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble," the keepers of the house are trembling. The ones that's in control of this country, as America, are trembling. For one, they know that with the prophets of the Most High, the men you see out on the highways and the byways, saying that the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the Israelites, they're trembling because of that. And then the prophecies that we're bringing out, the prophecies of the Most High, okay, that America is going down, and they seeing what we say is happening outside of their own people that's paying attention, going into the information, okay? And the elites of this society, they're trembling. Even though that the Most High is putting a spirit upon them to fight to the very end for their kingdom. To fight for their new world order, so you can understand. Because they know that their kingdom is going to be destroyed. But they're going to fight to the very end to get their new world order established. But it ain't going to work. Because it's written that America shall be destroyed. And in America's destruction, that's Esau, the so-called white man, his power structure will be destroyed. All right. Ecclesiastes 8:3, "In the days when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few." Okay, meaning grinders, meaning the work is going to come to a halt. The grinders cease because they are few. Few what? Few jobs out here. If you go to work, you in the streets, it's a term called grinding. I'm out here grinding. You jakes out there like to use that word, I'm grinding. So you ain't gonna be able to grind work, as the scriptures say, because it's gonna be few jobs out here, few employment opportunities, and it's gonna get worse. It's going to get worse. It says, "And those that look out of the windows be darkened," meaning the future. When you look at your near future, it don't look good for you. You don't know whether you're gonna lose your job, keep it. You don't know. Things are not looking good as you look at your into the future. Okay, things are not looking prosperous and beneficial to you people out here in Babylon the Great. Bring this last scripture out, and I'm gonna close this video out. This is Isaiah 19, and I'm gonna go straight to the point. Verse 15. It says, neither shall there be any work for Egypt. Now, Egypt in this case is talking about America, Babylon the Great. Okay, and to prove it, you just go to Revelation 11 and 8, and it tells you that America, that great city, it calls this place the great city, where our people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are spiritually dead. This place is spiritually Sodom and Egypt. You even have the Egyptian pyramid on the back of the dollar, the $1 bill. So it says, neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do, because they're laying off people in corporate America and the people that are working at the very bottom. If you work in a manufacturing environment, you have corporate, you got administrative workers, and you have shop workers. So all the way from the corporate down to, I'm just using the term shop workers or floor workers. Okay? And that's prophecy in the Bible. We're seeing it being fulfilled. I look forward to seeing more job loss or layoffs. I look forward to it. It makes me happy because more prophecy is being fulfilled, man. And that means that America is going down and that we're getting closer to getting the hell up out of here. With that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai once again. And double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, the men that taught us this truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. And shalom to all the elect out there that scattered throughout the four corners of the world. And shalom.